Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another controversial subject. You know me, you know how I love my controversial subjects. And as you can see, it's like 20 to 8 in the evening and it's pitch black. You know summer's gone. It's done. Riding season's finished. I'm going to try and make this one as quick as I possibly can because it's pretty nippy out here. I don't want to be out any longer than I have to, plus I'm low on petrol as well, so I don't get paid till Friday, and today is Monday. My controversial subject today. Now, before I get into it, I just want to make a couple of things absolutely clear before I even start, because I've already had this conversation with somebody on Facebook and they went completely full retard, starting to think that I'm a racist and a bigot. Now, what I'm going to be talking to you about today has got absolutely nothing to do with race. It has got nothing to do with faith, religions, a type of person or what. It's got nothing to do with any of the above or below, however you want to put it. Now, the thing that I'm talking about in particular is an item of clothing. Yes, an item of clothing. Not religion, not people, but an item of clothing. Now, the item of clothing in question is the burqa. Now, anyone who tries to say that now that I've mentioned the term burqa, this is now religious, you are an arsehole. You're a complete and utter ignorant cunt because you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. And if you try and say that this has got anything to do with religion or anything like that, then just get off my channel. Just go now. Just piss off. I don't want you here. I'm not talking about religion, race, creed, anything like that. I'm just talking about an item of clothing, and that item of clothing just so happens to be the burqa. Now, what I want to talk about in particular, I'll tell you a little story. And it started once I went down to a petrol station, one that I use regular. I pretty much know the staff in there, by a first name basis. That's how often I go to that particular petrol station. Now, this particular petrol station that I was using, and have done for as long as I've had motorcycles in Leicester, this petrol station must have employed somebody new. Because whenever I go to this petrol station, because like I say, I know all the staff pretty much on first name basis, and they recognise who I am instantly because of all the green, and the bike because of the black and the green. They know me, I know them, blah 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 blah. Right, we get it. So every time I go to this petrol station, I can just stand next to my bike, I get off my bike and get ready to pump petrol, and they'll start the pumps, go in, blah blah blah, and get it all done and dusted. Don't even fucking think about it. So yeah, I normally get off my bike, start pumping the petrol, don't bother taking my helmet off or anything like that, because I don't need to. They know me, I know them. They just look out the window, they see me, and they just let me get on with it. And then I come in, I pay for my petrol, blah blah blah, job done. Now, like I say, they must have employed this new person, because I pulled up, and as normal, get off my bike, blah 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 blah. And I'm there with the nozzle in my tank, and I'm like, why is the petrol not coming out? Why is the petrol not coming out? Why is the petrol not coming out? Okay, it's still not coming out. What's going on? And then I'll go and look over to the guy in the station, and he looks out at me and he starts pointing at his head. And I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? What? And then he gets on his little loudspeaker thing and just goes, can you remove your helmet, please? Okay, fine. Not a problem at all. Not a single issue. He's asked me to remove my helmet. Fine. It's like, this doesn't happen very often, especially at this petrol station. So, yeah, they've asked me, I'll do it. No problem. So I turn the camera off and all the rest of it. And I go in and I start paying for my petrol. Well, I'm waiting in the queue to begin with. And I see this Mercedes C-Class, I think it was, pull up. Big car. And out gets this woman with a burqa on. And obviously I'm watching her from like my position in the queue. I'm watching her. She gets out, gets the nozzle, goes up to, yeah, you get your side, mate. Puts it up to the car to fill her car up, and then, as expected, the little beep 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 from the guy inside the behind the till to let him know that there's somebody trying to use a pump. And he takes a look out, he sees the woman, and he just proceeds to press the button and let her fill her car up. And it's at this point I'm like, oh hell no. What the hell is that all about? You've just told me off. You've just told me to take my helmet off. Fine, I ain't got a problem with taking my helmet off. If you ask me to do it, I'll do it. Why the fuck is she still wearing her burqa? What makes her so fucking special? So I wait for my turn, I go up to, you know, my turn in the queue, I go up to her, and I was like, excuse me, this is all before I started paying for it, obviously. I'll have the conversation before I pay for my petrol. Excuse me, but why did you ask me to take my helmet off? To which he replied with, oh, I've been told to, it's part of my job, I just have to ask people with motorcycle helmets to take the helmets off. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Understandable. And just for future reference, get a good look at this because I'm a regular and I don't need that. You know, nobody else who works here does that for me. You know, no one else asks me to take my helmet off. But then I explained to him it's because I know everybody here. You know, they all know me, I know them. They don't need to ask me to take my helmet off. And he was like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. But why didn't you ask her to take her burqa off? Oh no, I can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? No, you can't do that. Why? Oh, that's racist, that is. No, it's fucking not. Yeah, it is. You can't ask a woman to take a burqa off because it's racist. No, it's fucking not. It's no different from having a fucking helmet on your head. In fact, if you was to put her next to me, I can pretty much guarantee you will be able to see more of my face in a fucking helmet than you can see of her face in that fucking burqa. As you can see, I was quite irate at this point because that was a shockingly shit excuse. It's racist to ask her to take her burqa off. No, it's fucking not. See, now if he turned around and said, oh, we had to ask you to take your helmet off for security reasons because, you know, we've had people on bikes turn up, whatnot, and fucked off. Well, in all fairness, my bike only carries 13 litres of petrol. She's in a car that carries like nearly 50 litres of petrol. If she wanted to, she could jump back in her car, turn it on, fucking off she goes. You're going to lose 50 litres, whereas with me, 13. And just because she's wearing a burqa does not mean... In fact, because the person is wearing a burqa, there's nothing to say that that's a she to begin with. You can't tell. Unless she's got massive tits. But even those can be faked. My point being, people will use the term security for security reasons. for this exact reason, because this isn't the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. But there was another time where someone said, oh, we have to ask people with motorcycle helmets to take it off because it's a security risk. A security risk to who? You're a fucking news agent. It's like you haven't got anything worth nicking apart from maybe a fucking Sunday newspaper. Yet, someone in a burqa, which is covered head to toe, get off your fucking phone. Put your phone down. But yeah, I've had this whole, oh, it's a security risk. Why is it any more of a security risk for me wearing a helmet, standing in another fucking dickhead, standing in a queue, than, no. He wasn't even fucking looking. Why is it any more of a risk for me to be standing there with a helmet than someone with a burqa who you can only see their eyes? That's all you can see. You can only see their eyes. Nothing else. Now, I'll tell you why this has got nothing to do with religion. Because at no point in any religious texts or books does it say that women should have to wear a burqa. So anyone that says, oh, it's for religious reasons, they're talking out of their arse, that is absolute bullshit. They tend to wear it for fashion. You know, it's a fashion to wear it. And fine, if it's a fashion, I don't fucking see it on Milan's fucking catwalk, or Paris's catwalk, or London's catwalk. To me, that's not fashion. It's just a bit of cloth that covers your entire fucking face apart from your eyes. That, to me, is a fucking security risk. Where are you going? You have to do fucking... You know you have to follow the road rules too, right?
What's that?
Red light means stop.
I did.
No, you didn't. You carried on going. I got it on camera, you cunt. Trying to tell me you fucking went on green. But anyway, like I was saying, I consider it a security risk. It's my opinion. If you don't like it, then fuck off. But that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. That's what I truly and honestly believe. And it's got nothing to do with religion. It's got nothing to do with sex. It's got nothing to do with people. It's just about a fucking piece of cloth that wraps around your fucking head. I wouldn't mind, but, you know, if someone asked me to take my helmet off, I'll happily do it. You don't even have to explain why. You know, if you ask me to take my helmet off, I will. I know I live in a country where if they ask me to do something, you know, unless it's something ridiculous, you just do it. It's just called manners. So if someone asks me to take my helmet off, I'm not going to sit there and question it. I'm just going to do it. It's not a big deal. It takes me a couple of seconds. Not hurting anybody. It's not going to do me any damage. Why should I question it? I don't. God, my exhaust is shit. So yeah, it's like, I ain't got a problem with taking my helmet off. But I do have a problem when I'm asked to take my helmet off and there is somebody else who is wearing a burqa and they are not asked to remove their headdress. I completely disagree with that. One rule for one person, another rule for somebody else. No. I want equality. That's all I'm asking for, is equality. You know, women were fucking fighting for it for years, and they eventually got it. I would love to start up a group. I'm just too fucking lazy to do so. Bikers against Burkas. I thought it would be awesome, because it's not a racially motivated group. Like I was saying, guys, this rant of mine has nothing to do with race. This has nothing to do with people. Apart from the fucking idiots that don't ask questions. Or at least the right ones in terms of equality. If anyone tries to say that I'm a bigot or a racist or sexist for any of my points, then you clearly haven't been listening. Because it's got nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with those. I'm not a racist, and regardless of what you may think, I'm not a bigot. I'm not prejudiced, I just hate everybody. I'm certainly not sexist. When I've got a girlfriend, a pregnant girlfriend at home that could beat the shit out of me at any given second, I'm not sexist in the slightest, my friends. Trust me when I say that. A 6-month pregnant woman at home, I can't possibly be sexist. I wouldn't be able to make these videos if I was. And I can't be racist either, because, you know, her family are Muslim. Again, 6-month pregnant woman, I can't be any of these things. She'd beat the shit out of me. So guys, let me know what are your thoughts on the burqa. I don't care about Islam. If you want to go on and start talking about Islam or religion or fucking women in general, that's entirely up to you. I don't want anything to do with that discussion at all. Thank you very much. But if you want to have a discussion about the burqa, the item of clothing, by all means drop a comment below. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and share this video with all of your friends, because there is more than enough math to go around, and I will catch you all next time. Ta-da!